Where's Will?
I killed him.
He's in Vegas, you stupid. You're here because we're talking about the Taken King.
Right.
Destiny.
And I'm the Destiny MLG.
You do a lot of Destiny on the Twitch.
Yeah, I Twitch all the time.
As the DINKLEBOT, people may know. So, they just announced all this new with Taken King.
Yeah, I'm very excited for
So what better person to be here talking about it than me and you?
Mostly me, though.
So, a lot of people have been asking you questions on your stream about it.
Yes.
I had a video where I talked about it, and I said, everybody calm the hell down. We don't even know what's going to be in this yet. Everybody was like, oh, it's $40, it's ridiculous, blah, it's just DLC, blah, blah. There's a lot of and this looks like a whole new game now.
They're completely changing how Destiny is going to operate from top to bottom.
So, I guess we can go through all of the changes.
Yeah.
Overall, what do you think?
Overall, I think they're doing a good thing. I think they took their mistakes, they realized what they were doing, they wanted the game to go a certain way that it didn't really go in. And now they're kind of backtracking a little bit and making some changes that need to be made.
Okay. Well, what do you think about the changes?
I think they're good. I think people who are just getting Destiny are going to be introduced to an entirely new game. Maybe they saw Destiny when it came out last year and they were like, that game's not for me. Maybe this game will be for them.
Right.
It's entirely new.
Well, the problem is when the game came out, people expected something completely different.
People expected a storyline.
Yeah.
Which they didn't get.
Before the game came out, the trailers looked like a completely different game.
Yeah.
It was a little misleading to a lot of people.
It was.
You had to read really into it in order to get exactly what it was going to be like.
People ask me all the time, should I get Destiny? How is the story? And I'm going to be like, I'm going to be honest with you. The story is non-existent.
Yeah, there's no story.
It's PvP or nothing. You need a little PvE thrown in there.
I mean, after you beat the story and you get all of the exotics and everything, you only play it for the PvP.
Right.
And to do the raids with friends and stuff.
Yeah. It's really Trials of Osiris and raids.
Right.
That's what the game's become after you get everything.
So, we're going to go through all the changes.
All right, I'm ready. Lay it on me.
Old weapons and armor will be weak compared to the new stuff. This kind of really bothered me.
It bothers a lot of people.
Because with all the other DLC, you can upgrade your old weapons and armor to an extent.
Right.
But like my Icebreaker, that exotic was in vanilla Destiny.
Yeah.
And I've carried that over to everything. And you know, you keep upgraded with the exotic shard and whatnot. So it's just as powerful as some of the DLC exotic weapons.
Right.
With this new DLC, they're saying that I won't be able to use it. It won't be as powerful as the newer stuff.
Basically, what's going to happen is if you're starting from the very beginning, if you're a level 1 Guardian, these weapons are going to be relevant to you. If you're bypass that and you're past these missions, they're not going to be relevant. Yeah, we will be past that. But say you want to make another character, you could still transfer those weapons to that character.
Yeah, but that's like my baby.
It is.
It's like in.
How do you think I feel about the last word being nerfed?
I had some hand cannons that I had a really hard time getting rid of. I had a blue hand cannon for like a really long time.
I mean, that's how I feel about the last word. I'm very attached to it. It's my main weapon in PvP and in Trials, and you know, it's getting nerfed. And it's probably not going to be as useful to me in Taken King as it
And by the time I get a Hawk Moon, it will be irrelevant.
By the time I get a Galahorn, I might as well throw it out the window.
So, experience tied directly to leveling. Armor and weapons make you more powerful.
Basically, I think that alludes to that there's not going to be any more light levels.
Yeah, oh yeah, the level cap's going to be 40.
The level cap's going to be 40.
It's going from 34 to 40, which is a lot.
Yeah.
And no more light leveling, so the armor won't... The armor won't level you up.
Right.
It'll make you more powerful, but it won't be attached to your level.
Right. Which I think is good because, look, once you reach level 30, it took me forever to get from level 30 to level 34. And it became more of a job than fun playing a video game. Right. And I think with this whole new leveling system, you go directly from 1 to 40 with just experience points, doing missions, quest lines, so on and so forth. And I think that will kind of make people a little bit more excited and kind of renew their interest in the game because instead of being like, oh, I got this legendary chess piece, I guess, whatever. It's like, oh, I can't even use this yet. I need to do this quest to be able to use it. Like, it's still that excitement of, like, opening up a new engram when you were, like, a first, like, little baby guardian.
But I feel like it'll be exactly the same if some armor is more powerful than others. You're going to go for that armor. You want to be more powerful.
There's always going to be, in any game like this, there's always going to be the armor, the weapon, whatever it may be, that's going to be OP.
Right.
And, you know, that's what the Galahorn is. Who knows what it'll be when the Taken King comes out, but it's always going to exist. And, you know, Destiny's kind of leaning, they want to be more of an MMO, and that's kind of why they're making these changes. And any MMO that I've ever learned of, there's always been that one weapon or one piece of armor that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate the changes.
Yeah.
This is a whole new game.
It's insane. And that's why people, like you said before, people were very up in arms when they first announced the prices, and even when they first came out with like a few updates here and there.
Yeah, there's a really good reason for these prices.
Yeah, and they haven't even released everything yet.
Right. And they have to pay Nolan North, because the next thing on this list is Nolan North to revoice the ghosts. Doesn't play... Oh, and Nolan North doesn't... In the little blurbs that he wrote,
yeah,
it doesn't seem like he played it or like read much into Destiny, and which is fine. But he also mentioned that he didn't want to see Peter Dinklage's like his take on the ghost.
DINKLEBOT.
So it's going to be a completely different take, which I am 100% down for. Northbot.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, Northbot.
Northbot. So Nolan North will be recording all of Peter Dinklage's lines from the very beginning of Destiny. So you will not hear Peter Dinklage at all.
Which will be great for the new people.
Right. Because it won't be like, you know, when you watched your favorite show as a kid and all of a sudden it was like a new actor taking place in your favorite character and you were like, what the hell?
No, just get rid of him. He really needs to be replaced. Nolan North is amazing. Ghosts can now search objects to give you insight on the world's lore. I think that's awesome.
That's really cool.
So like when you see like a Vex, you can scan it and it'll tell you all about like their like where he came from and all that stuff.
There was a Metroid game that had similar.
Yeah, Prime.
Like yeah.
Yeah, all the Prime games you can scan everything around you.
And that'll be cool because like there's been times where I've been like waiting for a pack of wolves to show up or whatever it may be, and I kind of just explore the land and I'm like, why is this way? Why does this look like this?
Well, it'll help get rid of the stupid Grimmer cards. Gilmore.
People love
Gilmore
those Gilmore girls. People love collecting them though.
Yeah, but like I don't read it. Have you ever read any of them?
Never.
I've
never
read
one.
Any of them. And they say that there's a lot of lore in them. Like in order to get the story, you got to read those, and I'm not gonna do that. I'd rather just scan things in the world. Yeah, I need it on the screen. I'm not gonna go to Bungie.net to get the story.
Something to do besides being sassy next to you.
Oh, and I saw in the little trailer that Cade 6, the Hunter Vanguard, was like walking around and like dancing and like flipping his knife or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, we're gonna have
all
some.
The arms?
No.
No.
Cade 6 is the Hunter Vanguard, the one that I did
the one with like
of.
yeah.
He
is like a cool voice actor. I like his.
Yeah, it's the guy from Serenity and Firefly.
Oh really? I know who you're talking about.
I'll put his name.
I
was supposed to know this. The tower NPCs are gonna have quests and storylines.
Yeah.
So like Banshee's gonna have it, the gunsmith.
That kind of reminds me of Monster Hunter a little bit.
Yes.
Like, you know, when you're walking through like the Monster Hunter main
town.
The
whole game's very Monster Hunter.
Yeah, you're walking through the Monster Hunter main town, like all these little exclamation points come up and they're
the
like,
RPG
hey,
elements are directly like taken from Monster Hunter.
Yeah. That's almost exactly.
And the armor upgrades, Monster Hunter. And that's what, like, nobody ever complained about the armor upgrade system in Monster Hunter. No. But in Destiny, everybody's losing their shit over it.
Well, Destiny is also, in America at least, a bigger game.
Yeah. We're running out of time here. You can now turn in bounties without...
I like that. You don't have to go to the tower or the reef to turn in bounties.
Yeah, but now why would you go to the...
Because you get the quest lines and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Because, like, how many times you, like, on a winning streak, you're in a good lobby, and you're, like, murdering them, and then you're like, oh, well,
that's true.
I gotta turn in all these bounties, and now I gotta re-roll the whole
And I don't have to
lobby.
be like, I gotta go to the tower. You gotta, like, take me to the tower. The reef open to you once you meet the queen in the main story. That, I think, is weird, because the queen doesn't like you.
Yeah.
And all of her people, they don't like you. So why would they... Like, in the story, to my understanding, she opens up the reef to all guardians because she wants your help.
Yeah, she wants you to hunt these
She doesn't want your help in the main story. She doesn't like you.
Yeah.
So I think
it's not weird. Until after in House of Wolves where she's like, I need your help hunting these people. You need to...
Yeah, so I think it's weird that she opened it up like that. Banshee the gunsmith.
Right.
will actually have exotic guns.
He'll actually have a purpose.
Yeah, he'll
Besides just
actually
re-rolling your
be
guns for
useful.
25 minutes.
And that's another good voice actor, Jake the dog and Bender.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I know him. I don't know the name.
I forgot his name.
What's the name?
No more Crucible or Vanguard marks.
Yeah. Which is good because, like, you know, I didn't even know that the Crucible marks changed over to something that you could cash in until I did it for the first time.
Right.
So that'll be handy.
There will be like a Rolodex type system for your shaders and emblems.
Yeah.
So they will all be one item, and you can just flip through them.
Which is great, but to someone's point, in one of the articles that I read, they should do that for armor and weapons because the vault space just isn't there. Especially with all these new armor and weapons coming in. Either give us a bigger vault space or do a system like
I
that.
think they're trying to limit you.
I mean, they are, but God, my vault right now. My vault is so full.
8 new Crucible maps, which is like a whole
played
new
one of them.
game. We did play one of
played
them.
Mayhem.
I don't remember much of it.
I do. It was great.
So how many maps came with Vanilla Destiny? Like 12? Or
Something
was it
like
8?
that. No,
might-
in between that.
Was it more? It was
Yeah.
like between 8 and 12. So that's a lot. And when people were leaving comments on my last video about Taken King saying like, there's only like 2 new maps, like ridiculous, so stupid, $40, way too much. 8 new maps.
Yeah.
This is a whole new game.
And new forms of Crucible, too, like the Mayhem one, where
Yes.
it's just supers and grenades all over the place. Actual Mayhem.
You no longer have to wear clan items.
While you're leveling them up, yeah.
Yeah. So like for
but
the new
some
monarchy
things
and the
look
future
kinda
war
cool.
call. Yeah, but you don't have to wear. I guess you just like pledge your allegiance
Be
to
yourself.
them. Just be yourself. And finally, end game that. Wait. Weekly Crucible and Trials bounties. So
Yeah,
you
there's gonna
complete
be
5 bounties,
Right.
And then you get a 6th that will get you a legendary or exotic.
So
which is great.
similar, yeah. So, but here's the thing. With Prison of Elders, it started off great. You did the 28 Prison of Elders or whatever it may be. You opened the treasure chest. You got an exotic. The next week happened. The same thing happened. Then they nerfed that percentage to 75%. Since that nerf, I have not gotten an exotic out of a Prison
Right.
of Elders chest.
That's true. That's a good point.
So hopefully with this new
You'll just
Crucible...
get legendaries.
Yeah.
You're just gonna get legendaries out of this.
So hopefully with this Crucible thing, it'll still be cool, but I hope they actually hold true to giving you an exotic.
But I mean, I bet you it's going to be like you're going to start seeing the same stuff every week with these bounties.
Yeah.
Like
It's still
there'll
something
be like
to do.
10 different bounties that rotate in.
It's
now.
still something to do
Yeah.
and something additional.
There's going to be so much to do when this thing comes out.
Yeah.
And the end game that explores previous end game, the Vault of Glass, and furthers the story even further after finishing the story missions. So just more story.
More story, which is needed because at the end of the story, I was like, all right, well, now what? And there wasn't any what.
Yeah.
It was just over.
Yeah, it was just it.
And I felt like something was missing.
That girl, that like,
The stranger?
yeah, the stranger was like, hey, here's a gun.
Yeah, and then like,
You're
poof,
like-
gone forever.
you're like,
No
"Thanks."
more in your life.
See you later.
Yeah, that was it. And they said the stranger will come back and take
Wonder
King.
what she's up to.
They said she's
She was
gonna come back.
gonna.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
now why is it? It's a girl when you're a girl too. When you're playing as a girl,
She was a girl for me. She a girl for you?
should it go for me?
Oh, then she's a girl.
She's a girl. Doesn't care about
Doesn't care.
about your sex.
Nope. Doesn't see color.
You got anything else to say? It's gender. Doesn't see gender.
Gender, whatever. That's about it. I'm gonna be streaming for the rest of my life when Taken King comes out. I'm gonna have to never stop until I reach level 40.
Metal Gear comes out before that.
Yeah, well, someone was complaining about that. They were like, why do these games come out at the same time? But if you're thinking of leveling a new character, now's the time. Do it now.
No,
Start it now.
I would say I'm gonna level up a new character when the Taken King comes out because I want to experience that story.
All
from the
right,
beginning.
fair enough. I want the Night Stalker super right away. So I'm going to have my Hunter up to par by then.
No, well, I do too, but I'm gonna have it already because I got a hunter. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. What do you guys think about the Taken King? Leave in the comments below. I mean, on Twitter, also the social media garbage. Her social media is gonna come up somewhere, and her Twitter, Twitch.
Or my Twitter. You can do that too.
Oh, ball, everything.
Just throw everything in there.
Yesterday, I streamed Sonic Adventure 2.
You did.
I did, and it was a great time.
It was
I don't
so
know because
fast.
we were recording this early.
The video is actually only 3 seconds long. So fast.
No, because I'm so fast. So fast. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you for hanging out with us while we talk about the Taken King.
I'm used to Will. I go, thank you very much, and then you go, have a good week.
Have a good week.
Thank you very much.
Have a good week.
There you go.
I did a thing. I'm the new brother.
Brayfogle definitely had 1 foot firmly planted in the house style and 1 foot firmly planted in his own weird way. His layouts were often big and surreal and very dramatic. His actions were always fast and fluid.
Banjo-Kazooie was 98, Rayman 2 was 99, Donkey Kong 64 was 99, and Banjo-Tooie was 2000. Compare Sonic Adventure 2 with these guys, and it was awesome. It fit right in. And I'm not alone here. The proof is in the 89 Metacritic score. It wasn't as bad as everybody says.